The United States government immediately gave communications materials to Suharto that he used to coordinate his message around the country. Basically, I'm in charge. The PKI, the Indonesian Communist Party, is to blame for this, and they must be crushed. And also, the United States successfully pressured Western media outlets, including BBC, and ended up getting the supportive outlets like the New York Times and Time Magazine to spread this story that the Indonesian Communist Party, specifically the women's wing of the party, which was at the time one of the largest feminist organizations in the world.
The coup was just beginning. In the weeks and months that followed, leftists and members of the Communist Party were targeted.
This propaganda story, spread with the enthusiastic help of the United States, was used to justify the mass arrest of the Indonesian left and people accused of being on the Indonesian left. At least 1 million, perhaps 2 or 3 million people were arrested. And then over the next 5 to 6 months, in the middle of the night, some of these prisoners would be taken out, executed, and thrown into rivers. The violence took place in different ways across Indonesia. In general, it moved west and then towards the east, across the island of Java, the most populous island in the country, but then arriving in Bali, which probably experienced the most horrific violence and the largest number of people killed compared to the total population. So we think that probably at least 5% of the population of Bali was killed in 1965 and 1966. And this mass murder not only made the emergence of a tourist industry on this beautiful island possible, the victims are still often buried on the sand underneath the very hotels where Australian surfers or American eco-tourists are staying and sipping on coconuts, right? So this history is quite literally buried in this part of the world. They still are finding bones in the sand, just feet away from where people are posing for Instagram bikini shots.